another great plugin, yet another Related Posts plugin, or YARP for short. I downloaded it, activated it, and now we're going to take a look at the settings, and I'm going to show you what this does because it's pretty advanced and they keep adding stuff. Here's Related Posts, or YARP, under settings. Click on it. Let me go over just some of the little things. Here's a checkbox: automatically display related posts. Maximum number of related posts, you can set that there. Custom templates, I'm going to show you that in a minute, but this is awesome. You want to add some different text. Here is related posts, but put something in there different if you want. And there's line breaks. Show an excerpt if you'd like, and the order results. Your score, and we're going to talk about the score. Cool thing about this plugin is it gives every plugin or every post a score, and kind of matches it up with the post you're trying to find out whether it's related or not. So it's an algorithm that's kind of cool. You can help promote, you can donate, you can also display related posts and feeds. I'm not going to do any of that. I want to draw your attention over here because they have a lot of great information on the forum. I found some cool stuff on there, and the plugin has its own little web page right here with descriptions and frequently asked questions. Very helpful. But I want to talk about two little things. First things first, this now has an option to display using a custom template file, but you have to add the PHP templates to your current blog theme. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here is my FileZilla FTP program. When you load this plugin, it's going to be in Content, Plugins, in this folder. Kind of cool. Yet another Related Post plugins. Here they are, the YARP templates. Inside you see all these templates. Copy those, and then you go to your current theme that you're using. Right now, I'm just going to shut this down so everybody can see it better. Right now, I'm using something called a corporate theme. So I uploaded all the YARP templates into my corporate theme. And as you can see there at the bottom there, very nice. And so now I can use that feature. If you don't do that, you won't have any options, but I can display a custom template. How cool is that? Now here's the other neat thing. On this settings page, there's a screen options. You want to click this, the pool and relatedness options. This is how and where you can set your thresholds. Post types considered, you can disallow by category and tag, but you have to go up here and make sure you click on these two buttons. And here's the threshold number. Max threshold is 5. And if I want to bring it down a little bit or up a little bit to show more or less posts, I can do that. But that's where those are found. A lot of people have problems finding those, but it's yet another Related Post plugin. Let me show you it in action. Here's how to use a plugin and some gobbledygook. But look, underneath here, I haven't used any special templates, but it shows you some related posts, great WP themes, great plugins, and it shows you the score. Only admins get to see this score, but that's how your blog can determine related posts. YARP, yet another Related Post plug-in to help people navigate your blog and find things related to your content. Very, very slick. Here's another great plugin that I love and use every single day. I talked about it in my previous product, the WordPress setup checklist. It's called TinyMCE Advanced. What it is, it adds all kinds of additional features to your WYSIWYG editor and helps make your pages and posts a little bit better looking. So let's go to Settings and TinyMCE Advanced. A page will pop up and you can add some things to your toolbar. Now I have this, it's going to look ugly. Let's go big here really quick. Okay, and it will add all kinds of different features you can drag and drop. First thing I like to do is I move the styles up because I like to have different styles with my text and a font family. You're going to find ways to set this up the way it works for you. Keep in mind you have 4 different strips to put stuff on. I really like having tables, and I do things with tables. Cut, copy, and paste, very effective. Get to know all these things. A lot of stuff you may never use. Here's another cool thing in how to make this better looking. You see that little bar? That's a little divider bar. Now, I usually move things around. I'm ADHD. I'm a little bit anal. I like to have my stuff match. And if you need another bar, look at these things. I never knew what these were for the longest time. But you just drag one, and that's just another divider bar. Very slick. Now, I have trouble with spelling, so I'm going to put the spelling there. What else? Horizontal rule would be nice. But get to know Tiny MCE Advanced buttons. Now, all you do, here's something cool. I like to check this. Pay attention to this. Advanced links, blah, blah, blah. But where is my HTML? There it is. Stop removing the paragraph and break tags. Stop it. Stop removing it. If you work a lot in HTML, that will be a bonus, but if you don't worry about it. Now, I've got that saved. Here's what it's going to look like. Let's add a new post, and I'll show you how the WYSIWYG editor will change a little bit. So here's my new post. It's not going to mess with anything in HTML, but look, now that I click the visual, look at all the extra stuff. I minimized, which was a mistake. It just packs everything in. Now, me being Captain Anal, I will probably move that down or do something. But now I have all kinds of different extras to my WYSIWYG editor. Play around with it. I can add a table if I like. I can change the font family. We have cut, copy, and paste, a horizontal bar, and my spell checker, because I'm a horrible speller, as you might come across a lot of my products. But this is a very nice way to spruce up your pages and posts. It's called Tiny MCE Advanced. Grab it now. Okay, here's an interesting plugin. It's called Jetpack by WordPress.com. This is an enigma. It's been up and down, and I've heard about it. I've never really tried it. So I'm going to activate it. It will give you this particular warning sign. Jetpack is almost ready. Connect to WordPress.com to enable all the features. Do you have a WordPress.com account? I do, but if you don't, go to WordPress.com, and guess what? Sign up for an account, and you'll be able to do this. I'm going to click Connect to WordPress.com. My LastPass auto filter should take care of everything. Look at that. I'm fueled up and I'm ready to go. The features below are now active. Click to learn more. Click the Learn More buttons to explore the features. Subscriptions. I want to learn more. Allow users to subscribe to your posts and comments to receive a notification. That's cool. Here's a stats thing. I'm going to learn more. Nice. Configure. I can configure the sharing. This is cool. And there's a little video. Spelling and grammar. I tell you what, I need this. I spelled terrible. VaultPress. I don't want to learn more because it gives me backup, and I'm probably going to have to pay for it. Gravatar hover cards. Hey, Kristen, you're kind of hot. That's inappropriate. Short code embeds. I'm going to learn more. So just walk through this and click the Learn More. Look at this. Some nice embeds. You can embed some nice videos, extra sidebar widgets. Who doesn't need extra sidebar widgets? RSS links, Twitter widget, image widget. Pretty slick. Enhanced distribution. I need to enhance my distribution a little bit. Has some feedback. I'm not going to take this survey yet. I'm not going to receive updates, but this is interesting. So spend some time looking. You're going to have to configure some things. So all these buttons that have configure, just do this. View site stats to see your stats. Very interesting. Smiley. count page views of registered users. I'm just going to click that and save a configuration. So play with that a minute. This is interesting. It might be cool. Perhaps I judged this unfairly. Where do you find this? Where do you find your settings now that everything is set up? Well, I look in settings and it's not there, but there's sharing. And you know what? Sharing is caring. Just so you know. Here's some available services. This seems to overlap some of the other plugins and features. Maybe if you get to know this particular plugin, you might not need some other plugins. I'm not exactly sure where this ends up, but you know what? If you can't seem to find any of the appearance, nope. If you can't seem to find anything, there it is, Jetpack. Jetpack, you have your site stats, configuration. It will be in your dashboard. You're going to have your own little Jetpack area, and then you're going to be able to configure, share, do all the hover cards. Very interesting. Obviously, going to have to dig deeper into this because it's a very complex plugin, but I've never hooked it up before. I'm going to spend some more time. I'll get back to you, but the short links look very interesting. The embed codes. Check it out. Fuel up, connect to WordPress.com, and use Jetpack. It has lots of cool functionality. It could just save you some money, and you know what? Money saved, well, that's money earned. I'm learning as much as you are. Here's a plugin that I don't use, but I'm going to start using. It's actually called the Image Widget. I downloaded it, activated it, and I have it now on my blog. But check this out. It's not in the usual spot. Doesn't have a lot of settings. You're going to find it. Go to Appearance, and then go to Widgets. I'm going to create this for you in real time. Okay, so you should now have a widget. It's called an Image Widget. Okay, I'm going to drag and drop this to the right spot, if I can find the right spot, which is going to be the global sidebar. Piece of cake. Now, a bunch of information pops open. I'm going to give it a title, because here's the idea. I'm going to include images for some really cool plugins I'm going to give away to my blog visitors. So I'm going to give away a thing called Profitable Posts. I'm going to add an image. And this is the basic image adder from the Computer Media Library Next Gen. I haven't even put it in the library yet, but it goes to that, which if I would have kept it there, that would have been easier. But I didn't. I moved it, and I thought I was being snazzy and slick, and I really wasn't. There it is right there. I'm going to just add that now. Check this out. It says insert into widget, and it gives you the different sizes. It will give you a title based on that. So I really didn't need to put in a title. Good thing to know. WP Profitable Posts. I can put a caption. Get this cool plugin for free. Go to my download page by clicking the image above. Neato. Now all I have to do is create a page with the download link, and I put it right here. By default, it will default to a pop-up box just to show the image. Gives you the size. You can put the alignment. I like to align it center. Here's the alternate text. I'm just going to get rid of this icky, and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to close it. It's that simple. Now, I also prepared something else beforehand. I prepared the opt-ins plugin. So I'm just going to drop this. I have that already prepared to show you how the link works. Come on, pal. There we go. I'm going to put this here. Now, I'm going to go back to my blog area. I'm going to refresh. Now, with any luck, look at that. We have... Oh, that looks ugly. Looks very ugly. All right, we have these cool image widgets. This doesn't link anything, but this I created in advance for this particular video. I click on that and I go to my little download page. Very slick. It's called the image widget. You can do a lot of things with it. You can add images. There's what I was saying to you before. It is just a little pop-up box that will show you a picture of the image if that's what you want. But I like it. It's very slick. It's called the image widget, a great solution to add simple little images to your sidebars. Okay, another great plugin called AddLink to Facebook. Guess what it does? Bet you can't guess. It adds a link to Facebook. So you install it, activate it. Here's what you get. Add link to Facebook needs configuration. Well, that makes sense. Here's your easy setup. To get an app ID and an app secret key, you have to create a Facebook application. So that's par for the course. This is not that hard. There's 5 steps, but it can be a little tricky, so pay attention. I'm going to copy this to my clipboard. Here's a nice link that says click here to create. This will pop open your Facebook developers site. It's developers.facebook.com. Here's what you're looking for first. Click apps and then ignore that. I'm going to hide that. We're going to create a new app. And we're going to call it Really Flipping Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to leave these alone. Who cares about that? There's a security check. Well, good luck figuring this out. Let's try it. PSNOMYN. Pressure. Now, I would almost guess that this is wrong, but I'm going to try it. Probably pause the video because I'm going to screw it up. Loading. Let's see. There's no possible way I got it right. Yes, I did. I'm going to block this out. So now I've created an app, and what I want to do is copy this because it's really important. I need my app ID and my app secret key. And so I'm going to copy that to a very simple notepad. Don't look at that. It's okay. I'm going to probably delete it anyway, so I don't have to keep blurring everything. But now I have that information. I'm going to go back to this area. And here is where I am going to paste. Whoops. I'm not going to click that box. I don't want to share with all users in the site. Now I'm just going to click Save. I'm going to get an error message that says I need authorization. So I'm going to have to go back to this page. I have to tell Facebook how I want my app to integrate with Facebook. A lot of different options. Here's all that you care about. Website. I'm going to paste that site URL, which is right here, into that box. Very critical step. Don't forget this. I'm going to paste that. Flipping Fantastic, and I'm going to save the changes. Now, let's go back. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to try to authorize this. All right, this never works the first time. I copied my keys down wrong, so be careful. Switching it to putting it on a notepad sometimes can make you forget a space or two. That's all that I did. But make sure those 2 things are right, your app secret and your app ID. Here's the big thing. If you mess it up, everybody messes this up. Don't panic. You'll get it right. Add link to Facebook. Okay, this concludes the first volume of Popular Plugin Profiles. I hope you learned some stuff. I hope this changes the way you WordPress. I learned quite a few things. And I'll be honest with you, before this product, I was an all-in-one SEO pack kind of guy, but I really, really like WordPress SEO from Yoast. I'm going to give that a really strong look. WordPress SEO from Yoast. I'm going to click Activate. Super Cache. I learned a lot about Super Cache. I was a W3 Total Cache person. Very, very important. Here's a couple of neat things. I spent some money, lots of money on plugins, trying to find different image gallery configurations. Next Gen Gallery, pretty solid. I learned a lot about Jetpack. Take a look at this. Has some nice features and XML sitemaps. I learned stuff. I hope you learned stuff. This hopes to be a large, many-volumed, multifaceted product. If you like it, send me an email. Send it to support@Popular Plugin Profiles. Thank you for purchasing it. You have videos. You have a great ebook. Hopefully, it'll save you some money. And let's face it, money saved is money earned. Take care. Something cool about this video series. You may learn something, but even I'm going to learn something by some of these new plugins. Here's one called WP Touch. It's a plugin which formats your site with a mobile theme for visitors on Apple, the iPhone, iPod Touch, Google Android. I have an iPad, so that's cool. I set it up, I activated it, and let's take a look at some of these magnificent features. You find that under Settings. Let me find my settings right here. And WP Touch. Click that and look at this page that opens up. Lots of different features. I'm going to walk through some of them. Not going to get to show you a lot of different things, but just want you to get a feel for this if this might be something that you're interested in. Here's some general settings. It'll default to whatever language, and the home page, it will follow your reading options. In the settings, you can put your title. You can exclude stuff, tags and categories. You can justify the font left or full. Here's some icons. I have these all clicked by default. I don't know what it is. You can add a special footer message. Kind of nice. Here's some advanced options. Spend some time walking through these. Some push notifications. Now, if you're not familiar with this, you can send push notifications to people's iPads and iPhones. Mess with the styling options. Here's some advertising, stats and custom codes. Google AdSense, add your ID in there. Some stats and custom codes. Here's a default icon panel. Very nice features. If you want to go mobile, the WP Touch plugin will provide that opportunity. Here's pages plus icons. Select these, pair it with page menu items. Very slick. Obviously, it's got an upsell. It's going to try to sell you to the Pro version, and I'm going to be honest with you, I might grab the Pro version. But check out this page. If this interests you at all, it tells you a little more how it works, and talks about the features. I have iPad features clicked, but here's some of the pricing and conversion options, features. But you can get a single license, a 5-site license, or Pro Developer license, and it will tell you all the things that this can do. Again, I'm not going to show you too much about this. If you have interest in this, WP Touch, go Pro. It's pretty reasonable, and it's interesting. It may save you some time and money if you want to take your blog or website to the mobile platform, Google Android. This is your ticket. It'll save you a bunch of money on expensive ways to do this. This is a free plugin plus a pro upgrade. I think it saves you money, and money saved, that's money earned. WP Super Cache. You're going to need to speed up your blog. Every time your site queries a database, it slows the process down. This plugin, as well as other plugins, what it does, it saves you time. It converts your posts and pages from PHP to HTML files. Therefore, people can access static pages, and it speeds things up, and it saves you bandwidth. So download and install it, and you'll get an error message. I'll almost guarantee it. And it'll tell you right now, plugin admin page, you need to set it up. It's the constant added to config. If you see this warning, please see point 5 of the FAQ. The cache line must be moved up. Well, alrighty then. Here's the interesting thing about this plugin is it will kind of tell you what you're doing wrong and give you a warning message along the way. Okay, first thing I'm going to do the easy version. I'm going to just turn caching on. Now the update settings. Now, do I have any warning messages? I don't think so. There's a cache tester. Well, anytime I see a test button, I gotta press it. What happened? Everything seems okay. Hey, the timestamps on both pages matched. Looks like we're cooking with grease. Delete cached pages. Recommended links and plugins. This will delete stuff that's already cached. I don't think I have anything already cached. And they're suggesting some nice plugins. Hey, thanks so much. But what was that error message? I need to move something up. Take a look on the right-hand side. Make WordPress faster. This is installation help, frequently asked questions, and support forum. Let's just take a look at the advanced. I have that checked. Very nice. Mod rewrite, that's a little tricky. You're probably going to, hey, there's something cool. Expiration time and garbage collection. Hey, when do these garbage collectors come? Usually on Fridays in my neighborhood. 36 seconds, there's a scheduler. I'm going to leave most of this alone until I know more about it. Accepted file names. I done a lot of research. I don't think I need to mess with any of that stuff right now. But what happens if you get error messages? 9 times out of 10, it will ask you for access to your site. So a lot of times you need to use your FTP program and you need to go and change the file attributes. 755 is my content. You may need to go to 777. It'll tell you. It's really good about telling you all kinds of stuff. And the other thing that you're going to need is it's going to ask you to mess around with the .htaccess file. Let me see if I can find that for you. It should be just right here. The .htaccess file, it's found in public_HTML, and that's a very important piece of text. You can change the permissions right-clicking. Mine is at 755, allowing me to write but not let anybody else write. If you use a content distribution network, that's very important. All these other tabs you can play with at your leisure, but WP Supercache speeds up your entire site. Spend some time looking at it. This will tell you the cache pages and tell you what to do. Stick with the easy until you need to do anything else, but no more warning messages, so I think I'm in good shape. Those are the settings. WP Supercache. Install it, speed up your blog. If you have any error messages, generally speaking, it'll tell you what to do. The error messages usually have something to do with file permissions or adding a little snippet of code to the htaccess file. WP Supercache makes your website super fast. Wow, that's lame. It rhymed. I didn't even mean to do that, but sometimes it happens. All right, plugin number 11. WP Page Navi, WordPress page navigation. It adds more advanced paging navigation to your WordPress blog. We're going to check it out a little bit, but I don't have a big enough blog to really take advantage of these full features. Once you add it, you're going to find settings and go to Page Navi. There's not a lot of things to check, but you can set the specific text for the number of pages. You can look at that first and last, that kind of thing. Also, some navigation options. You can check this box. Use PageNavi CSS. You can add your own information to this if you want, but I don't mess with it. Number of pages to show, number of larger page numbers to show, and just some basic things, but I like this. It works straight out of the box, and I can show you a couple little things. Go to your blog. But if you've got certain posts that maybe are 2 or 3 pages long, so here you've got some blog posts, nothing major. But if I click on a blog post, like how to use a plugin in my development tutorials, look at this nice little feature. It's got "You Are Here," flipping fantastic to development tutorials, how to use a plugin. If this was a long one, I'd have pages. It would paginate. That's PageNavi, WP PageNavi, pretty sassy little plugin coming in at number 11. Okay, number 12, here is a really cool SEO plugin. If you don't use this now, you might after watching this video. The plugin is called WordPress SEO by Yoast, and it bills itself as the first true all-in-one SEO solution for WordPress. When you install it, you get this particular link on your dashboard. Look at all the features it comes with. You click on dashboard and check this out. This is cool. I haven't seen this very much, but a little tour pops up with all the features. You can click next, and here is everything that is in the plugin: title and description. Tells you a little bit about that. Indexation. Take a couple minutes and just read through all the things. Now, this has an XML sitemap feature. We looked at that before, but this boasts the fact that this can actually talk to your SEO plugin. I wonder what they're going to say. Probably not for us to worry about. It's private conversation. This cleans up your permalinks. And this is breadcrumbs. All of this built into one SEO plugin. RSS settings, you can fancy up that. Import, export. Let's say you already have information from a different SEO plugin, the all-in-one perhaps, and it talks about the files and tries to get you to subscribe. Let's take a look at what now comes on your posts once you add this particular plugin, the all-in-one SEO post changes, and you have different options in this one. So if you're used to that one, here's some of the different options. You have a snippet preview, focus keyword, SEO title, and meta description, and it will help you automatically generate some of these things, which is pretty slick. And look at these little tabs: page analysis. I've not focused keywords, so there's an error. And then there's advanced. You can right now do the index, no index. Meta robots are interesting. This will create a file that will help you protect your copy from spiders and robots. So you have follow, no follow, index, no index, and redirects. This is pretty advanced. If you spend some time learning this, you can. I love this snippet preview. I'm switching all my SEO over to WordPress SEO by Yoast. Interesting plugin. Spend some time learning it. You'll have a tour, and you'll have all these really incredible features to play with. SEO by Yoast. That's plugin number 12 on the popularity meter. Okay, here's another great plugin you might not be using, but after this video you sure might start. This is called Fast Secure Contact Form. I deactivated Contact Form 7 and activated this. I don't think you need to do that, but I just did it just so these guys don't get their feelings hurt. It is not under settings like you might think. If you go to settings there, you can get to it, but it is now under plugins, FS Contact Form. So I'm going to open that up and check out all the cool things. You still haven't completed your meeting scheduler settings. Well, so what? You can donate. Okay, now, creating a new form. Form 1. Number of available multi-forms, there are 4. Okay, cool. Form label. Every single one of these has a little help box. You click. It's like, what is that? Enter a label for your form. So I'm just going to put general. This is my general contact form. It's not used anywhere else, and that's nice to know. I'm going to update the options. So every single one of these little options has a little help link. So it's kind of nice. You can do that. And so the next thing I want to do, Welcome introduction. Comments and questions are welcome. You can change that if you like. Again, help if you forget what it's done. Okay, this is the address that it gets emailed to. That's my email. That's good. I can send a custom email, custom reply email, a lot of different functionality. Check out the little help boxes. Okay, double email entry required on contact form. That's very popular. Here's something really cool. It has a built-in autoresponder. So you can enable an autoresponder for the message. Let's see what that means. It automatically answers when someone sends an email message. So that's cool. Who's it from? Well, it's from me. It's from Flippin'. I can spell Flipping Fantastic. So you just change that. And there's fantastic. I can spell. There's the emails. Okay. You put a little subject. Thanks for your comment. And it's just a friendly little thing, and you can add a nice little message. You can also put a little HTML in there. What if you have a little contest or give away something for anybody who sends you an email? You can put it right here and have a little download link. Here's a couple ways to protect for spam. And here's CAPTCHA. There's your CAPTCHA friend. Enable it, recommended. And it gives them a little CAPTCHA. You can disable it if you prefer. It also uses Akismet to prevent spam. A double whammy. Here's some extra fields. You can specify different fields, and you can have radio buttons, do all kinds of different things, ask them questions. You can have a general contact form, and then you can use Fast Secure Contact Form to do a little survey if you want. You don't need fancy, expensive form software and plugins. You have extra fields, pretty interesting configurations. Now here's what that says, meeting scheduler. It lets you create and do a meeting scheduler, take a tour. I'm not going to mess with this today, but this is called Fast Secure Contact Form. I'm going to show you the website that gives you some video tutorials on how to do this. But here's what's interesting about this. It says it has a support staff. Now, you can laugh at that if you want. This is the guy who created it. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Mike Shalalis, Ukulele, whatever. I had a support question a while back using this. I emailed him, not expecting a response. This guy himself, or I assume it was him, he signed it. He responded to me right away. So pretty interesting plugin. It's called Fast Secure Contact Form. It'll save you some money. And you know what? Money saved. That's money earned. Okay, in the last video I showed you the features of Fast Secure Contact Form. Now I'm going to put it into my site so you can see it in action. Once I get everything tweaked, I didn't add a whole lot of extra features, but I can view it by clicking that little view button, and it'll pop up, and it'll comments or questions are welcome. They are, sorta, maybe. I don't know. You can set a meeting. That's with the meeting thing, and we'll do that, and that's what it looks like. Very, very simple. Okay, I'm digging it. Here is what I'm going to copy right here, and it's very slick. This is Contact Form 1, so it's SI-contact-form and a space, and form equals, and then in a single quote, you put the number of the form. So I took the liberty of creating a page with nothing in it except all it says is Fast Secure Contact Demo. I click on Edit, and that will pop up eventually, spinning a little slow. Remember I showed you in Contact Form 7, you have two little tabs, Visual, HTML, Visual, HTML, UMA, and Opera. You want Opera. You want to go to HTML and paste that code in there. And it's very, very simple. Don't forget it has the little brackets, and we're going to update it. Very simple, but make sure you're on the HTML tab. Now we're going to view the page, and let's see if it works. What does our page look like? There you go. Comments or questions are welcome. Name, address, subject, email. There'll be a little autoresponder. There's your CAPTCHA code, and there's submit. I'm going to figure out what this whole meeting thing is. We can have a video meeting, a phone call, face-to-face. You can do that, but it's very slick. That's how to get it on your page. The Fast fast, secure contact. All you need, put the little short code in the HTML box, and you're golden, fast, secure contact form. Rounding out the top 10, we have a plugin called Sociable. It automatically adds links on your posts, pages, and RSS feed to your favorite social bookmarking sites. You know how big social bookmarking is, and this is a wonderful way to take advantage of all of that. Once you activate this plugin, you're going to have a link in your dashboard. Select Sociable plugin. That's the first thing we have to do. We get two choices. We can have a skyscraper or the regular classic Sociable. Look how cool the skyscraper is. That's brand new. I'm going to keep it very simple right now. We're going to get the classic version. So you just click on that button and the classic version pops up. And there's a preview of how it's going to look right there on your blog. Look how cool that is. Very, very slick. And there's a tagline, link to Sociable. Help us grow. Why not? I'm just going to link it. Here are the sites. You click on the ones that you want to appear on your blog. Very, very nice. I think I'm going to leave everything as is. Reddit and Tumblr, Google Bookmarks, those might be stuff to add. I don't know what Blinkist is, so you know what, just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to uncheck that. Stumble Upon, here's the icon sizes. I'm going to leave all that the same. And here's something cool, the locations. You can select what pages or posts that you want the plugin to insert itself. You probably don't want it on the home page, but you want it on single post pages and single pages. And that's all we have checked. But if you want it other places, feel free to check. General options, automatic mode. Hey, you want to use your own icons? I guess you can. I like these, though. I'm going to keep everything as is. Activate. Sociable Classic. I'm going to just click Save Changes. Very, very nice. It's going to spin. And let's go back to our blog and just kind of see all our posts here. I'm going to pick a post at random and just kind of see what happened with our Sociable plugin here. And that opens up. We're going to view the post. How to work out songs by ear. Like I care. Alright, but look how cool that is. All of these, and here's some extra ones. But that's Sociable. And that's how to add a little bit of social bookmarking to your blog. And you have also another option. You can set up some skyscraper options as well. Skyscraper goes into a widget. You can set up the background color and labels as your Twitter name and your RSS feed. Do all kinds of cool things. Follow us. Some nice functionality there. Look in LinkedIn, you add all your accounts, and has some really nice customization options. If you want to go the skyscraper route, great. I'm going to keep the classic Sociable on my site. I now have some social bookmarking tools to my blog posts and my blog pages. Sociable, rounding out number 10. Number 8, really simple, CAPTCHA. I installed it and I activated it. It's very, very simple. It helps you add a CAPTCHA to a contact form like we did in Contact Form 7. So let's go back to our contact page. We created that a minute ago. I think Contact Form 7 was number 2. Now, you see this? This is what we had before. I showed you this, generate tag. Now, the CAPTCHA button is working. Simply copy that, and you want to paste that above the Submit button. There's 2 different fields that you want to capture, for image and for input field, right there. And I always double check to make sure the mail is the 2 is correct. And now we click Save. We updated that. Let's see if we can go back to our Contact Form 7 demo page. Let's see if we can refresh that, and let's see if that CAPTCHA shows up. And look, it sure did. Look at right there. You have a little CAPTCHA that you can add. So a person puts in their name, their email, a subject, a message, and then in order to send it, I have to match that completely. I'm not sure if it's case sensitive, but I'll do it just in case. And then they click send, adding a really simple CAPTCHA to a contact form. Contact form 7 is what I use. It is very simple. It's a good plug-in. Money saved is money earned. Number 6 brings us to a plugin that I don't know at all. I don't use it, never really seen it, so this will be an adventure. It's called GTrans. It's a website translator. It helps put the Google Translate element on your site. Great. People need translation. That's how to set it up and activate it. Let's see, does it have anything up here? I don't know where it would be. Could it be into tools, users, perhaps settings? GTrans under settings. Very, very cool. The default language, mixed language content. You can customize the widget. Very, very nice. You could also consider going pro with the GTranslate Pro. Here's something cool. The little information box in WordPress will show you a nice little page and a nice little video. So what I do is click WordPress and watch the tour. Let's watch it together. It's almost as cheesy music as I have on mine. Perhaps cheesier. A little 80s groove. Hey, brightidea.com. You have 2 options. Check them both out. The world should understand your language. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you by reading this to you, but take a look at the tour if this is something you want. It could be quite interesting. It has lots of interesting features. The latest version, it will suggest a better translation pop-up. There's a mouse over effect, some analytics, some flags, some great things. It didn't get a great rating. Only 2 stars, but it is the GTrans Google Translate for your website. Check it out. It may be something of great value. Okay, here's a must-download plugin. Google XML Sitemaps. A lot of different plugins named sort of similar. Make sure you get this one by this author, Arnie Brockhold. Arnie, if I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. What does this do? It allows the Google search engine spiders to access your content from one specific spot. You've seen sitemaps before. This creates it automatically and sends it to Google. Google likes fresh content. If you have one of these, it will help your search engine rankings because Google will know where to start, where to search. I always say this to last because you don't want to run this too soon. You want to create a sitemap after your site is built. I did mine today. As you can see, it's zipped. And here's some basic options. It tells you a little bit about it. What's great about this plugin is on the right-hand side, you have all kinds of information. You don't really need to know much. If you have other pages that are not part of your blog, you can add them here and adjust the priority. What does that mean? Google will allow you, or this plugin will allow you to set the priority. I don't want it to be determined by the comment count. That doesn't necessarily mean the best post will have the most comments. I'm just going to say all of the posts will have the same priorities. I always click automatic detection. Here's where you can set up the sitemap content. Always include the homepage, posts, and static pages. You can include categories and that kind of thing. I don't usually, and I don't usually suggest it. You can exclude things, just as you can invite people into your house. You can kick them out as well. Don't have a lot of categories. You can change frequencies. You can have people spider more or less frequently, and here's the priorities. You want to have the defaults set. You don't want everything set as 1. because you want the home page to be #1 priority. Very important. I always update the options, and there you go. Configuration updated, page is saved. I have generated my XML sitemap for this particular site. The Google search engine spiders will be just singing in the streets, doing cartwheels. It's just that easy. Signing up for Google Analytics is a piece of cake. The first thing you need is a Gmail address. I created a new Gmail address for a site I'm creating on blog flipping called flippingfantastic@gmail.com. You go to this address, google.com/analytics. You sign up for Google Analytics. You're going to get this particular page. I'm going to just put the name of the site, flippingfantastic.com. The website's URL is just simply http://flipping, spell that right, I don't know, flippingfantastic.com. I'm in Central Standard Time. I'm not going to worry about the sharing. Yes, you have to agree to the terms and conditions and create account. It's just that simple. You'll get a little green success box. Page loading. Now, here is the wackiness. Make old version default. There's an old version and a new version. I hate change. I only know the old version. So I just clicked the old version, and it takes you to this particular page. Google Analytics settings. Now there you go. Here's the ugly little thing. I have nothing since basically I just put this together. So I'm going to show you here in a minute how to integrate Google Analytics WordPress plugin with this particular site, because here's the key configuration: visitors right here and custom variables. We're going to come back to this in a minute, but that's how you set up your Google Analytics account for any Gmail address. Okay, Google Analytics is not active. Okay, I just set it up, so why would it be? We must first select which analytics profile to track. I have several, so we need them to talk to each other. Click here to authenticate with Google. Okay, Google likes to authenticate things. We're not going to hassle them. We are going to grant them access. Very, very simple. It's nice they ask for permission. And now, here's the key thing. 2 little drop-down boxes. It'll find what you have, flippingfantastic.com. Now, that's all there is to it. I don't have to copy and paste any code. Here's the default. In the header, I'm going to leave it there, but if you want to insert manually, you can do that. 2 cool checkboxes. You can track outbound clicks and downloads, and I can show advanced settings. I'm going to do that because I want to show you some cool advanced features of this plugin. You could copy and paste the code manually. A lot of themes have a certain area where it will take Google Analytics code, but if you want a little more functionality, here is where this plugin really excels. Custom variables settings. All of these different things you can check. Logged in users. I'm going to click that. If you have custom post types, you can see the page views of each post type. I don't have that. If you have a lot of authors on your site and you want to see which authors are getting the most reads, click that. I don't. It's just me. I'm just going to click the tags, and I'm going to click all categories to see what categories people are checking out, and click the blue update button. Anytime you see an update button, just update. It just makes more sense. Now, you've got another advanced settings box. You can ignore some users. I'm going to ignore the administrator, which is me. You can track outbound clicks as page views, and you can track downloads. I don't have any downloads, but that's a cool thing. Here's some other advanced features. I don't need those, but I'm going to update. Very nice. One last piece of advanced functionality, we have the debug mode. If you want to confirm that your tracking is working, enable this option, and then check Firebug if you use Firefox, and work with the debug mode. Very slick. I'm going to show you then how to get your information. I'm going to refresh this just in case, but we're back to our Google Analytics dashboard. If you want some information, you simply go to Visitors and click Custom Variables. Now, there's nothing for you to view right now because I have 0 unique custom variables. I just set this up on my site. But when you do and start tracking authors, tracking categories, tracking posts, this is where you'll find that data. This plugin is very advanced. It's very cool. Help spread the word. Donate a few bucks if you want. It has a great plugin page, a nice video. This is Google Analytics for WordPress, extending analytics functionality. It's just that good. Moving up to number 3 in your FM dial is the WordPress Importer. Now, this is a simple plugin. If you want to use dummy content or import any files, you will need the WordPress Importer. The best part about it is you don't have to do much. There's one thing you need to configure, and I'll show you that right now. We're going to install and activate. You're going to get sick of me doing this, and so if you don't know how to do this by the time I'm done, you're in deep, deep trouble. So anytime you want to import anything, and you go to Tools and Import and click that. Now, if I hadn't already installed the importer, it would ask me to do that once I click WordPress. Now, I have dummy content in XML files, and that's how I get them on my site. I click WordPress. If I hadn't already activated this, it would do it for me. That box would pop up. It would say Install Now. All you need to do is browse to a XML file on your hard drive. Let's see if I can find what. There it comes up right there. Sample content. I open that up right there. And so then upload file and import. You're going to get a little phrase that asks you to assign your posts and information. So just assign it to your current admin or whatever is your main default administrator. Make sure you click the checkbox that says download any attachments and click the button. It will upload it. It'll give you a little message says all done, have fun. That's the WordPress Importer, number 3 on our list. Money saved is money earned in my book. Okay, here's a bonus video in the Next Gen Gallery section. You remember when I tried to, or it said upload a zip file and it only takes 2 megs, and I laughed and scoffed? Here's how to solve that. I've been struggling with this. I think this particular video is worth the price of the whole product. So, check this out. I now have 100 megs. Maximum upload file size 100 megs. You're saying, wait a minute, where did that come from? Very simple. Check this out. I created a file. It's a simple notepad file. I'm including this with your product. It's php.ini. That's initialize PHP. You copy this particular code and save it as php.ini. Now, you have to know where to put it. Where to put it is very important. You go to your FTP program, which for me is FileZilla. Public_HTML is your root folder. Where you have your blog set up, you should have these 3 main folders. WP content is what we normally work with. You want WP admin. And then all you do is upload that php.ini to WP admin. It will take nary a second. Once that's uploaded, you refresh your system and check this out. You have 100 meg maximum upload size for that. And for your next gen gallery, look at that, 192 megs. That's how to increase your max upload file size. Very simple. Take the php.ini file that I provide, put it in WP admin, save and refresh, and you can now upload big files. Booyah! A supplemental video to Next Gen Gallery. There is just so much here. First video ran long, and I just want to show you some more great features. The first thing is the overview, and this will show you at a glance how many images, how many galleries, and how many albums. That's really important. You have an album feature. You can manage everything into albums, and after you create and select an album, you can just drag and drop a gallery into another album, and that could be a real positive thing. Tags are very important. You can tag everything, and it can really help you quite a bit. But here's where to find most of the information that you're going to need. It's gallery and options. Gallery options. Here's your general information, and this tells you where it's located, the gallery path, some tag stuff. Here's some basic thumbnail information. There it is right there, thumbnail quality. Images, it automatically will resize to that. 800 by 600, keep the ratio. Image quality, 85%. Backup original images, automatically resizes images on upload. Clear your cache. Here's your gallery. Very nice. Number of images per page, columns, all that kind of stuff. Show as a slideshow. Show first, thumbnails or slideshow. So you can set that there. Here's some effects. JavaScript thumbnail effect. Look at all those cool things. Play around with that. I'm not going to show you everything. You can just kind of shuffle and do all the playing around. You can add an image and watermark your images if you like. And there's your slideshow button. Duration and time. One of the things I would do is make my slideshow just a little bit shorter. And there's some information. Always save everything. But Next Gen Gallery has a lot of great features. Again, I showed you how to add images and create galleries. Those are the two places you're going to spend most of your time, adding galleries and messing with the galleries, managing them. But your other settings are in options. Take some time. You can adjust the roles. If you want certain people to only edit certain images, you can mess with the style sheet. I don't recommend that. But Next Gen Gallery, lots of great features. Get to know them right there. All right, number 4 is the Next Gen Gallery. This is the #1 image gallery plugin. It's also has a slideshow option, so it's pretty popular. We're going to install it now. It's a little more complex than the other plugins we've talked about. So this video will be in 2 parts, and it will also probably be a little bit longer. So now it's set up, and all kinds of information here. Visit the plugin site. Gallery will come up on your nice little dashboard, and we're going to create a gallery here in just a minute. But before I pause the video and create the gallery, let's take a look at a couple things. Here's a demo site. It's a new slideshow with a different effect. Check that out. You click and it just goes away just like that. Another good demo. This is a automotive site. You click on it, a little image box pops up. Very, very nice. Easy to set up. Well, we'll see if it's easy to set up. But that's the Next Gen Gallery. That's the what. It's an image gallery. It has a nice slideshow. How you configure it, I just activated it, and I'm going to create a gallery here in just a minute. I'm going to pause it, and we're going to be right back with you. Okay, I'm going to actually create a gallery using Next-Gen Gallery. I start at the dashboard, and here is my link. Look at all those options. But first things first, we're going to add gallery/images. Click on that. Now, here's where we can upload the images one by one if we so choose. And click this button if you want to scale it to a max width of 800 by 600. When you do that, make sure you select your gallery before you go ahead and upload an image. I created a gallery called Sample Pictures, and I put a folder called Sample Pictures on my desktop. It's just a bunch of crap that came with my computer. Here's where you add a new gallery and give it a name. We're going to bypass this for now because I'm going to show you a neat trick. But this is how to upload a zip file. You can upload a file in zip format of all your pictures. And here's the only problem. There's an upload limit right now on my server of 2 megabytes. Well, guess what? My folders are way bigger than that. And I'll show you how to get around that and change the upload size. That's for a later video. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to import an image folder, and we're going to import from a server path. Very, very slick. To do that, we need an FTP program, and I use FileZilla. First things first, we have to navigate to the desktop where I have my file, my pictures in a file folder called Sample Pictures. Now make sure you upload it to the right place. There is going to be a little folder here in WP Content called Gallery. And so I've uploaded it into Practice Gallery, and then I just simply uploaded it. I usually right click and click upload. It'll take a few minutes and it will upload in a blink of an eye. Now here's the cool part. Once that happens, we browse, we click, double click actually to open that, and there's our sample pictures. So I make sure I highlight that and I import the folder. Now I've already done that, but once you do that, you import the folder, and it's very, very slick. So I go back to Manage Gallery, and there it is right there. There's my sample pictures. Pay attention here, it's ID number 2. So if I want to add a gallery to a page, which I've already done, I created a page, and it's called, ironically, Sample Pictures or Sample Gallery. So I'm getting the two mixed up already. Very slick though. Sample Gallery. And here's the tricky part. Not real tricky, but kind of nice. Do you see how this Add Next Gen Gallery has a little button in the WYSIWYG editor? Piece of cake. I'm just going to add an image list right now. I select my gallery, which is Sample Pictures, and I click Insert because I can never remember the short codes, but it's NG Gallery space ID and then whatever number, and we determined it was 2. I'm going to update that page. Wait for it to spin. Sample Gallery. Now we are going to take a minute. We're going to view the page. I have put it as a child in my FAQs. We're going to pull it open right there, and look. It's that simple to add a gallery, a sample gallery with Next Gen Gallery. Look at that. It's got a little image box. Light box is what they call it. And there's a koala and a lighthouse. Very, very slick. A lot of expensive gallery programs out there. This one does it. It does it free. I don't know about you, but money saved. That's money earned. Contact Form 7 is plugin number 2 of our popular plugins. I'm sure I want to install it. I click it, that little button, and it installs just fine. I'm going to activate the plugin. This plugin, tell you what it is. It helps you create a simple, contact form. Now, contact form 7, very nice. I now have a little link on my dashboard, so I'm just going to click that. It opens up, and I'm going to create my very first contact form. In a minute, I'm going to download another plugin to give me a CAPTCHA, but that doesn't come into play right now. There's my email. Make sure that your email is correct, and then this is all you need to do. Copy this. We are going to create a contact page. We are going to add new. Contact form 7 demo. Here's the only thing that you need to really worry about. You see these two tabs, visual and HTML. Visual, HTML. Make sure the HTML is activated. Paste that code right there and then publish. The page right now, it takes a minute to spin, and when it gets done spinning, we're going to take a good long look. We're going to view the page, and look what we have on our little page. Contact form 7 demo. As soon as it gets done spinning, here is our little contact form. It doesn't have a CAPTCHA, and we're going to show you that plugin here in just a little bit. That's plugin number 8, but that's how to use contact form 7. That's what it is. That's how to implement it, why you need it. Contact forms are very important. Let people contact you. Money saved is money earned. At least it is in my book. Okay, number 5 on our popular plugin profile. Try to say that 3 times fast, bet you can't. All-in-one SEO pack. It is a very, very popular search engine optimization plugin. I'm going to install it now. It always asks me, it's very polite, do you want to install this plugin? Well, I wouldn't have asked you if I didn't want to install the plugin. Ugh, the ugly red bar. Dun, 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 dun. Here's what you get. You install and activate it, and then click this, the ugly red bar. Now, pretty smart though. Ask you to donate. Not a bad thing to do. Good plugin. But if you click that button, it says, I enjoy this plugin and made a donation. Not going to do that right now, but I highly recommend you do. I'm going to enable it. Flipping fantastic. I'm going to add I can spell. I'm going to add my homepage title. I'm going to give it a little description, put that right there. Here's a great place to put your keywords, overall keywords designed for your main page in your site. All this other cool stuff. Look at that. I don't use any of that. SEO for custom post types, you can click that. I usually leave all these settings alone, and then I update options. And check this out. After you click the update options button, that ugly red bar goes away. Donate if you want to. You can also upgrade to the pro version. I've done that before. It's got a couple of nice features. You can do that. It's not that expensive, but the basic version will do you just fine. Now here's what's cool about it. Go to a post. We're just going to go to all posts. I'm going to show you what this plugin adds to your pages and posts. It adds a little box. I'm going to switch to visual. And now, here it is, the all-in-one SEO pack. You can title the post, give it a description, put some keywords for the specific post. You can also click a little button and disable on this particular page or post. So the all-in-one SEO pack. That's how to configure it, why you need it. Search engine optimization rankings, very important. You can add some keywords. You can add a description. I don't know about you. Money saved is money earned. Okay, popular plugin number 1 at the time of this recording, Akismet spam filter. I kind of cheated. I took all my plugins and deleted them except the one I can't live without, which is O's admin drop-down menu. But Akismet, what it is, it's a spam filter. It protects your blog from comment and trackback spam. So one of the first things we do, it comes with your blog in your first installation. You click activate. And then you need to go to your Akismet configuration page and put in your Akismet API key. Now, I already have that, but for those of you who don't have your Akismet API key, all you do, you click that link, and this cool blue button pops up. Get an Akismet API key. Okay, gives you some choices. Find a plan, Enterprise, Pro, Personal. I've only ever used the free one, the personal, non-professional one. You simply add your contact info. You can contribute. It's worth it. It does a lot of great things. I use a free version, but then you just click this little box and send useful tips to your inbox and click continue. Eventually, you will get an API key, and it's very slick, and I'll show you where to enter it back in your dashboard. Here you are. Plugins, install plugins. You go to settings, and here's where it is. It's already added. I'm going to blur this out so you can't see it. I usually click this button, and then don't forget to update the options, and you have just activated your Akismet spam filter.